Hey everybody, Greg here, and this is another video in the series of videos about bicycle trails in the Iowa City area. And I am at the entrance to the Finkbine golf course on this trail that begins here and, as the sign says, goes to Hawkins Drive or Carver Arena. Now, that's assuming that you kind of turn right when you get to the end of this trail, but as I'll show you, there's sort of a secret path that you can take, and it's really quite interesting. So we're going to go from the entrance to Finkbine over to Coralville, and for purposes of this video I'll just kind of take us over to the intersection where there's a Walgreens, and from there a person could go north, west, or any other direction. The parking on the left here is for the Finkbine golf course, and to the right you'll see the swimming and tennis courts, swimming pool and tennis courts for the University Athletic Club. We're going to keep heading along this trail, and you see for drivers this sign indicates that the parking area that's at the end of this trail is for people that only for people that have the pass to use that parking area. To the left, you'll sometimes see golf carts going through a tunnel that goes underneath this trail and underneath the road. The golf carts can go back here to a facility that I'll show you in a second. So to the right here is a golf cart maintenance and storage and charging facility. Finkbine uses, I think, exclusively electric carts. They're quiet and convenient. So anyway, other than twice a day when they're commuters, this is a really quiet ride. It's really pleasant. Want to watch out for low-hanging branches. Now, as a result of a lot of the rain that we've been having lately, the water has eroded this drain here, and you can see if you're not paying attention, you'll fall into that what is really kind of a sinkhole. So at some point that's going to be repaired. Today is August 4th, 2017, so maybe in another month you won't be seeing that on the trail. There's a bit of a climb here as we approach the parking area. And depending on the time of year and the time of day, you might often see rabbits and squirrels and birds along the path. The birds like those berries that fall from the tree. And on a hot summer day, it's nice to ride along the trees here and get a bit of a break from the hot sunshine. This trail's usually well shaded most of the day. So as this trail seems to come to an end and there's no real obvious, way to turn, you'll want to just cross the road and get onto the sidewalk over here. The sidewalk on the other side is non-existent. So you'll get on this sidewalk, and there aren't really any signs to indicate it, but when you get toward where you see that golf cart going on the bicycle path, when you get there, there'll be a sign that tells you you're on a bike route. And the sign that I showed you at the outset of this ride was that it was going to take you over to the Carver Pavilion or whatever. So that implies that you're going to turn right here and follow that trail over to, beyond the parking lot. But what you want to do, well, what you might try is to turn left here and go down this hill, and you can see from this sign up ahead that this is a really steep grade. It's a very steep hill, and so you're going to kind of want to take it easy going down the hill. And sometimes you have people just walking along or riding toward you or whatever. You want to be careful. Off to the right here, we have a nice wetland area. You might have noticed as I was riding along, because of the wind, I didn't want to try to do my little narration here, but now that the wind's died down, you noticed there was that bit of a fork in the path, or a turn off to the right. I skipped that. If I had turned right there, it would take me over to 2nd Street that extends out into Coralville. You could think of it as Riverside Drive that comes this far. But I turned left to continue along this trail through this really nice wooded area. You'll see some native prairie here, and there's signs that explain more about that. You'll also notice along this trail there are some informational signs here, so you can learn a little bit about the native prairie plant life that was here, and some of it's been restored. You'll also notice these unmarked structures. Some of them may have signage, some of them don't, but this is part of an outdoor exercise circuit. People can come through here and do chin-ups and sit-ups and different exercises. You'll notice in some locations in the Iowa City area, and particularly on campus, there are these emergency call, emergency help stations where, you know, if something is happening and you need to call it in, you can go to one of these poles and push for help. And so that's not common for the trails, although it is common for, you know, certain secluded areas on campus where if somebody gets in trouble, you'd want to have help for them. So we've reached the end of this particular trail segment. You can see here the sign explains that you can get to First Avenue by turning right, or you can get to Clear Creek Trail by turning left. Now, there are other videos I've created that show you what you'll find by turning left. And in this video, I'm just going to kind of take you a little bit further toward the Coralville area. We're going to turn right. And again, just to see context here, there's the railroad bridge. Those cars are coming under. If you turn right here, this is another one of those streets you're going to want to avoid because it gets really busy at certain times of day, and there is no bicycle path. And as you see, that car right there just hit the curb, so there wouldn't be much room for a bicycle when the car's tires are actually running up against the curb. And usually that's just somebody, you know, on their phone, not really paying attention, or maybe they're fiddling with the little touch screen on their dashboard or whatever. So it's better just to be up here on the curb. You're not going to be competing with a lot of pedestrians here because we're sort of out in the middle of nowhere. You're not going to walk anywhere from here. I mean, I don't mean that literally, but there are very few people that are going to be walking here. It's not like downtown Iowa City. And once you're to this intersection, which is essentially Mormon Trek heading north, intersecting with 2nd Street, if you go over 2nd Street, it becomes Hayden Fry Way, or First Avenue. And you can go down and follow this along to get to Iowa River Power, which is where a number of the videos start out. If you want to go back to the overview video. And you can also, you know, if you want to really expedite your trip, you can just turn left here and follow this super wide sidewalk going west into Coralville. But that's basically it. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the positive feedback that I've been getting from people. And hopefully I'll get more of these videos out for you. Feel free to suggest, you know, offer any suggestions, or if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.